city of Bukavu towards Uvira. And after 1 week and more than 500 civilians unalived, they took the city of Uvira. Now, in between, they say that they were fighting Burundi soldiers. And they say that close to 4,000 Burundi troops were operating in Uvira and areas around Uvira. And according to M23, they say they captured hundreds of these troops to show that Burundi soldiers were there. And this was corroborated by the president of Rwanda on Friday during an event where he was overseeing the swearing in of new ministers, where he said that, and I quote verbatim, this is from their page, "I called the president of Burundi, Ndayishimiye, and asked him, are you denying your own soldiers?" So basically the Rwandan president in this video, he's speaking Kinyarwanda, is admitting what M23 published yesterday, that they've captured more than 100 Burundi troops. And the Rwandan government basically, or president, is admitting that he met with he talked to the Burundi president about it after his troops took those Burundian soldiers as evidence. Now, let me quickly show you how it was. So at the beginning of this month, Rwandan troops started moving from Bukavu. They took Kanyora, and then the UN gave a speech at Security Council. His name is Mike Waltz, and this is what he said. Okay, so at the UN Security Council on Friday, okay, I don't know whether you can read that. At the UN Security Council on Friday, US Ambassador Mike Waltz accused Rwanda of leading the region towards increased instability and war, warning that Washington would hold spoilers to peace accountable. And then Waltz goes ahead to say, Rwanda has maintained strategic control of M23 since the group re-emerged in 2021, with between 5,000 to 7,000 Rwandan troops fighting alongside this rebel group as early as December this year. So basically 2 weeks ago, 7,000 Rwandan troops were fighting as M23. So that's what basically the US means, that these are Rwandan troops that took Uvira, 7,000 of them. And what goes ahead to say, Kigali, in this case Rwanda, has been intimately involved in planning and executing the war in Eastern DRC. That's what was told the UN Security Council, referring to Rwanda. And the fall of Uvira has raised alarm in neighboring Burundi. And Burundi was mobilizing their soldiers, and I'm going to tell you why. But first of all, you have to understand what the US ambassador to the UN was saying, because this is a redacted version of what he said. He also said the US geolocated more than 5,000 Rwandan troops near Uvira when Uvira was being taken. And when they say geolocated, it means Rwandan soldiers are using gadgets that are manufactured in the US that the US can easily see. Either they're using satellite phones, or they're using these sophisticated map softwares like Kagame system and others that use the United States satellites. All these things together, they are able to tell the US the kind of people who are doing what. So they geolocated them where they were. So there's no denying this. This is basically enough evidence to even take Rwanda to court for those 500 people who lost their lives in Uvira. There's no excuse about that. So after the US ambassador to the UN gave that speech, the US foreign minister, also known as the Secretary of State in the US, that's how they refer to them, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he says Rwanda's action in Eastern DRC are a clear violation of the Washington Accords signed by President Trump, and the United States will take action to ensure promises made to the United States president are kept. So it is not a request, it's not a suggestion. This is a threat, veiled threat, that you make a promise to us, you have to keep it. And when he said this on Wednesday, right? Was it Wednesday or Saturday? 13th of December, right? That's Saturday. We saw yesterday on 15th, so 2 days later, the leader of this group, who is the puppet leader of the group now, Colonel Nanga, is the former Electoral Commission of Congo. He fell out with the current government in Kinshasa. He ran to Rwanda, and they used him as a leader of this group or this whole operation, and they use him as a puppet, definitely. And what I want to say is that now he has a page which he has to decimate their basically press brief or statements. So he published one, as you can see, about the orders they just got from the US, and I'm going to read it for you. So this is the whole thing. He says, M23 statement regarding peace in the DRC, December 15th, 2025. That is yesterday. Okay, I don't want to read everything, but all this paragraph he has written here mean only one line, this line here. And this, I'm going to read the line. This paragraph you see here that is alone, the one that is just one sentence, that's the most important message. And this is what he says. M23, you can call it M23 stroke Rwandan Defense Forces stroke RCD stroke NCNDP, whatever name they use any other time, it's the same group. So M23 will unilaterally withdraw its forces from the city of Uvira as part